Hello, my name is Rodolfo Garcia, the Planning Fallacy. What is planning fallacy? People have the tendency to underestimate the duration of future tasks. The planning fallacy is the tendency to be overly optimistic about how long it will take to perform a task in the future, even though people are aware that in the past they have not finished all task by the predicted time. What is the reason? The assumption is that people fail to remember that in the past they have been interrupted by surprises. There are several things happening around us. People do not remember all the subcomponents of the task when planning. We tend to forget things. People overly narrowing the focus of the task. We get distracted so easily sometimes. And finally, people disregard memories of how long similar tasks have taken in the past. So, according to Kacheman and Tversky, they suggest that there are two types of information that a person can use to make a prediction, which is singular and distributional. Singular information involves thinking only about the task at hand and how it will be completed in the future. Distributional information takes into account the past completion times of similar projects. Heinz 1999 was concerned with accuracy of prediction of how long it will take others to perform a certain task. People with varying levels of experience with either a cell phone task or a Lego toy task predict how long it will take a novice to perform the same task. Overall, participants underestimate the time that it will take a novice by 41% of the cell phone task and 14% for the Lego toy task. The tendency to underestimate was greater for participants who had a higher level of experience with the task. First, people ignore the actual past duration of similar tasks and base prediction on their optimistic view of when it will be finished. Second, people do not take into account the fact that there may be surprises or disruptions that will take place when are trying to complete a task, even though they have experienced such as the disruptions in the past. We tend in the Baller, Griffin, and Ross studies, the distributional information that was being ignored its memory of when similar tasks were finished, usually in the comparison with a deadline memory of past duration, can be broken into parts. First, memory for how long it will took to perform the task, and memory for when the task was completed. Memory bias, the underlying theme common to a number of the previous attempts at correcting predictions of future duration is that the prediction process is flawed because people incorrectly use their memories of similar past tasks. Error comes from not ignoring accurate past memories, but from using inaccurate ones. Prediction based upon biased memories will be also biased. So how we can correct these memories? If prediction is biased because of biased memories, then one needs to correct memory. This could be done by keeping track of time spent on the task, which could be especially important for tasks that are complete over multiple sessions.
According to my study, it will work with this. I was planning to, you know, to clean a little bit, but this is a stress from work. This is a stress from school. This is a social life. According to my study, the planning fallacy, we procrastinate on certain things because we don't properly choose memory. This is all factors outside us. This is our mind.
Let's start by adding some bad memories in here. In the study, as I said before, we're supposed to choose memories. We tend to get the wrong ones. That's why when we procrastinate on our task, we delay things because we always believe that we will finish in time because this tiny part in here. This is a good job that I did. I will say what class? Well, I would say sociology. Yeah, I like sociology. Let's put some in here.
So I tend to associate all my jobs with this tiny part, and I forget about all of this stuff and all about these stressors as well.
In conclusion, it appears that when people are asked to think in detail about how they plan to finish a task, there is even a greater tendency to estimate its duration when focus during prediction is on inside view. As described in the planning fallacy, the tendency to underestimate is exacerbated, especially when we already did something similar. We tend to get so confident on things and we delay our duties. Well, thank you. Stay productive, stay focused, and keep planning every day. And finally, here are the reference that I used.